On what's going on with the Diddy situation, it is not getting any better for my man Diddy. Okay, actually, he's trying to smile through the pain, and he was actually seen out yesterday. So he was seen out with his two beautiful daughters. They're twins, and apparently, from everyone who saw them, it looked like they were just moving on, business as usual, some family time, right? But, of course, everyone is surmising that has to be them holding a poker face because ain't nothing nice or ain't nothing too happy going on with the fam. If you guys don't know, it says Diddy was swinging in Miami, okay? And this is such a crazy, double entendre, swinging in Miami. Like, come on, man. We know what he's accused of. He's accused of doing all type of stuff that is what some people might call sexually deviant. Swinging... But really, they weren't talking about that. And by the way, these are his kids, so that I thought was a slightly inappropriate title. But really, they were talking about him playing golf. So he went to Top Golf with his two daughters, and as the article says, he's created the image. What me worry? And he said Thursday night as he took his twins to hit up Top Golf in Miami, the same town where the feds raided one of his homes earlier this week. They said he flashed a peace sign. And he left with his 17-year-old daughters, Jessie and Delilah. The girls smile as Diddy walked behind, raising two fingers. You can't look more chill than Sergio, more chill than the Sergio Tashini velour tracksuit he was rocking. These are his twins, by the way. And they're saying we're being told everyone was in good spirits for 2 hours. And they're saying even though behind the scenes anything has been calm in the Diddy camp. Okay. Shout out to everybody on YouTube pouring in. Shout out to people on the King Akademiks page, the Academy page, and of course, if you're tuning in on Facebook as well. Okay, so, oh damn, they're saying Patrick Mahomes deleted tweets. This is some sucker shit. He said Patrick Mahomes has distanced himself from Diddy as the mogul faces a mountain of troubling allegations, with the Kansas City Chiefs superstar social media accounts deleting posts that reference Sean Combs' stage name. Back in the year of 2014, he shared posts that included the phrase P. Diddy, which is what the Bad Boy founder went by from 2001 to 2004. And then they're saying at least one of the tweets appeared to be completely unrelated to the artist, as it's mentioned a friend, blah, blah. And I guess they're saying all these got deleted. So this post got deleted, and then this post got deleted. That's some sucker shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Unless you were in on whatever they're alleging Diddy to do, unless you knew he was having all these tremendous freak-offs that were possibly violating the human rights and taking advantage, allegedly, of dozens of women or whatever they're accusing him of, why the hell do you need to delete it? It's kind of like a harmless tweet. So I got to imagine this is either a mistake or Patrick Mahomes is his team is seriously dim-witted because you draw attention to yourself by deleting a tweet. That's the thing. Again, what we've realized recently is that nobody's speaking up for Diddy. I said the same. We heard Uncle Luke say the same. And, even now, you have Boosie pretty much saying the same thing as well. This is what he said.
People happy for downfall. I don't hear none of them was that Diddy toasting with that champagne every year, having speeches with, man. Nobody speak up for this man or nothing.
So as soon as they say something,
when you're on top of the world, it's a celebration.
True.
When you're on the bottom, it's a denilation.
Bro, the same motherfucker you see going up, you gonna see coming down.
All them motherfuckers, all with them suits on, with their cups up. Ain't nobody said nothing.
They ain't, fool. Man, as soon as they say something, they in the crosshair, fool.
Boy, this world, boy.
As soon as they say something.
This world, boy.
So you was around Diddy too.
That's why you ain't gonna see too many around me. Who was around me before I went to jail? You don't see too many around me.
I mean, he's making a valid point. Let me tell you this. I always say, listen, old Jamaican saying, and I know y'all probably heard me say this a bunch. They say, anytime you dig a grave for somebody, make sure you dig two. And one is for the other person, but one is for you. Just because someone's having a hard time or somebody's going through it or someone's having their day of reckoning, don't mean that don't or won't happen to you. If you've been popular enough, if you've been in this, and I've learned this myself, there's been those days that I felt the entire internet was against me. The entire internet. Whether it was the Chrissy Teigen situation, there was one time there was like, I don't know where it even came from. It was like, oh, yo, this when the college kid motherfuckers, like the weirdos, like they dug up like some shit where I was talking about Tyga and they were making it seem like I was saying, yo, no, it's cool to fuck 17-year-olds and blah, 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 blah. And then some other random person jumped on and everybody's like, yo, maybe Ak is on some weird shit. And I remember getting baked on social media for those like couple of days. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Drake said the best thing before in the past, at least with some shit that's not actually like some criminal shit, right? It's like, yo, and I actually apply this now. I think he got it from his mom. It's like, yo, give it like 3 days. Like, yo, everybody's gonna have their day. Everybody's gonna get roasted. You're gonna be the butt of the joke one day. It picks a random person every day, right? And you just gotta withstand the news cycle, and then they'll move on. But when those things happen, and I mean, shit has happened. It's happened a bunch of times to me. Y'all could name whatever, right? I remember saying, damn, for all the people I've helped, and I know y'all might think I haven't helped anybody, but a lot of artists who I've helped, whether behind the scenes or in front of the scenes, all the people who were always, when they needed a favor, I answer on the second ring. When that time came, everyone was silent. Not one personal testimony. Hey, I know y'all all hating Ak right now, but I'm gonna just be honest with you. He a good nigga. I fuck with him. Like, he might not be as bad as what y'all are saying. Not one person. I've always told you there's a few rappers which I do respect. They've always hit me on the low and they say, yo, I fuck with you and you're gonna get through this. It happens. Relax. You know, I've always said Yachty's one of those people. Yachty will always, he'll do a little, yo, just making sure you're good, man. Listen, you know shit like this happens. They ain't gonna get you out here. You're good. You know, I just want to let you know you got my support, blah, blah, blah. But I will say that publicly, when things happen, you usually see probably like the people you're really locked in with. You know what I mean? If they're going to come to your defense, if they're going to speak up for your character. And I know me particularly, this is why when y'all act, you know, they kind of almost label me, like, we're going to get to the Lil Baby shit later, but Lil Baby was like, yo, Ak has an agenda. And I was like, bro, I think you got an agenda. But we're going to talk about that. But I do think some people look at me and be like, yo, you're like the media or the fucking like part of the industry that's, you're not playing along with what the rappers want and you'll fucking demolish some shit that they've built up. And what was the point I was making with that? Okay. I guess the point I was trying to say is this. I've never been one to see anybody speak up for me, right? People usually just act like they don't see it. Your homies will hit you like privately. But I've seen in many other instances, people have spoken up for people. You get what I mean? I remember there was a time that was acting like Gucci Mane was like some scumbag of a CEO. I saw people spoke up for him. We've seen in other situations where people, you know, said whatever about Drake, and you see a lot of people, they can't wait to like, hey, look at me. Drake is a good guy, or whoever else. This is definitely true that there is not one person that is speaking up for Diddy. I don't know who's hitting his phone privately, but not one person is speaking up for him. And the reason why I compared it to me is, I guess that's the point I was trying to make. I'm the industry guy who isn't really invited. It's like I crashed the party. Just for y'all to know. Like, I do think I'm in the industry, but I don't think I'm here by an invite. I think I'm here because I crashed the party. It's like Wedding Crashers. Like, damn, this motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's not like I'm the beloved person. It's like, yo, I guarantee people sit around in rooms. I swear they sit around in rooms and they're like, yo, we should have got rid of this nigga Ack a long time ago, but y'all fucked around, didn't do it. Now he's gained a sizable audience and we can't get rid of him. We fucked up. I guarantee that's a conversation. Because I'm not the guy who's like the love person. You feel me? So it's like they have to be like, fuck. Like the people who manage and like, you know, like pull the puppet strings with a Meek Mill or a Lil Baby or all these other rappers who usually, you know, whatever, they're probably be like, yo, how the hell did this nigga even, like, why the fuck do we even have to address what he got to say? And they probably realize, damn, we fucked up. We should have got rid of this nigga a long time ago. So I know I'm not the invited person to the party. Diddy is the party. And no put on the parties because, Lord. But still, not one person speaking up for him. This is it's the biggest thing known to man. And by the way, nobody will say they went to the parties. Now, here's the thing. And you know, there's a very popular, well, y'all definitely know the saying. Didn't Dave Chappelle say this? Dave Chappelle said this. Right here.
For real, why you care so much what the Dixie Chicks say? It's not like they political scientists or nothing. They just bitches, they can sing good. You know what I mean? Stop worshiping celebrities so much. Just don't listen, pay attention. I remember right around September 11th, Ja Rule was on MTV. That's what they said. We got Ja Rule on the phone. Let's see what Ja's thoughts are on this tragedy. Who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this, nigga? This is ridiculous. I don't want to dance. I'm scared to death. I want some answers that Ja Rule might not have right now. You think when bad shit happens to me, I'll be in the crib like, oh my God, this is terrible. Could somebody please find Ja Rule, get hold of this motherfucker so I can make sense of all this? Where is Ja?
Okay, now, I didn't play that just for shits and giggles. Dave is the GOAT. But I played this because I've seen a lot of these rappers do long text and long posts and videos about all these things. But there's some of these allegations that have named some of these niggas. Why Usher ain't saying nothing? Why the hell Meek is over here like he act like he's trying to just kill niggas over this? Don't anybody remember when the bodyguard said that they saw Diddy and Ja Rule come out of a room? Ja Rule give his opinion on everything else. Where's Ja Rule at? Why is Ja Rule don't talk now? How is he silent?
You know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So we all got on a G. He said, oh, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff. They're in the room. They busy. They don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bro, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them. And he was like, yo, I don't care, man. I'm going in there. That bull like that. I said, yo, bro, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed him and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then,
this is the perfect time to say, where is Ja Rule at a time like this? You got a bodyguard who got a story about Diddy in an alleged freak off some sexual encounter that Ja Rule was at. Where is Ja? Once again.
You think when bad shit happens to me, I'll be in the crib like, oh my God, this is terrible. Could somebody please find Ja Rule, get home?
No, find Ja Rule. This is the time to find him. This is the time to find him. Hey, Ja Rule, what happened? Was Diddy in the corner jerking off? What happened? Find Ja.
This motherfucker so I can make sense of all this. Where is Ja? Add me Ja Rule.
That's the question. So the point of why is everybody silent? It's not necessarily like faceless nobodies. Fabulous, I would love to hear. I would love to, Fabulous, this is a time I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you after you had this exchange.
Yeah, Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this drink.
Where you put my bag
I like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at,
I like
Mr.
when
Lee?
you
It's
when you
right here,
scrambling
it's
and
right
scraping
here.
for shit.
No, I got
I
notes
like
and
that.
shit. You know, I've been practicing.
I wonder if Diddy still feels like that. Because I think the feds is saying to Diddy, they're like, I like it when you like this, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping and we searching all your cribs and we stopping you at the fucking Clearport. I like it when you like this, Daddy. This is the time we need to hear from Fabulous. What did you see? If Fabulous, and by the way, I'm not saying he need to come out and snitch. If Fabulous came out and just even said, that's what I'm trying to say about people being friends. We're hearing about these parties that a lot of people weren't privy to, but clearly he said on record, you were. How about you just say to him, how about you come out and say, hey, now I've been mad at these Diddy parties. Everything I ever saw was legal. He ain't never do no weird shit. Why we ain't hear that? If Fabulous was my friend, I would be texting him that. Hey, could you tell him that all we were doing is like rolling dice and fucking roasting marshmallows and not doing no weird shit? Please, the fans are on me. Please, you have been someone I partied with. Tell them. Where is Fab?
I like that.
You know, I've been practicing. I got
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this drink.
Where you put my bag
I like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at,
I like
Mr.
when
Lee?
you
Oh, it's right here,
scrambling and
it's right
scraping.
here.
When you
Oh, it's right here,
scrambling and
it's right
scraping
here.
for shit.
No. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go with that one.
Make a
That
wish.
one.
Just blow it out. Your birthday every day. Eyes. Today. But you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, that sounded like the type of night I want to have in Vegas. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So keep on talking about like how you got to get back for church. And we just like, yo, the night ain't start. You got to get back for church. We in motherfucking Vegas, nigga. But like, you can go to church next week. You know what I'm saying? Sending your thing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing, but we in Vegas. Don't be bringing God into this situation. Don't bring God into this situation. You know what I'm saying? After Gary Gray is like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Ray J. So Ray J is like just really like feeling like Ray J right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Anyway, that's the point. I'm just going off of Boosie saying. When we say no one's speaking up, we got some names of people who we would like to hear from. Ja Rule. Hey, what happened when both y'all ran out of the room and y'all were both in towels and y'all dick was exposed and the security's wondering what the fuck because he seen two naked men run out of a room? Was everything consensual? By the way, we don't care what y'all are doing. Also, here's the thing we got to also say. We don't give a fuck if Diddy's gay. You know, I'm actually in the Whack 100 school of thinking, and I know this is going to surprise you, where he says Diddy could have avoided all this by just saying, hey, there's a lot of homophobia in hip-hop. I'm bisexual. Like, if that's the case and he's into some other weird kinky things, he could say that as long as all the weird kinky things, even if it's bisexual or gay, is consensual, right? Here's the thing. Nobody ain't saying shit. We would love to hear from Fabulous. We would love to hear from Ja Rule. Let's get back to what...
People happy for down for. I don't hear none of them who was at Diddy toasting with that champagne every year, having speeches with, man. Nobody speak up for this man or nothing.
As soon as they say something,
When you're on top of the world, it's a celebration.
Facts.
When you're on the bottom, it's a denilation.
bro, the same motherfucker you see going up, you gonna see coming down.
All them motherfuckers, all with them suits on, with their cups up. Ain't nobody said nothing.
They ain't, fool. Man, as soon as they say something, they in the crosshair, fool.
Boy, this world,
As soon as they say something.
This world, boy.
So you was around Diddy too.
That's why you ain't gonna see too many around me. Who was around me before I went to jail? You don't see too many around me. Cause them me like Diddy people. Black people happy for down.
You know, I have a sneaky suspicion that the reason why we don't see many of these people speaking up is because if they spoke up, they might need to hire an attorney. They're hoping that their involvement, because let's be honest. You know what I think this Diddy situation honestly is? There's a few people who came out, and when they spoke on Bill Cosby, because when we heard about the Bill Cosby thing, there was mad memes, right? Like, come on. Who didn't see these memes? Bill Cosby, Steph Curry meme. Where people were like, come on. Because it just sounds so flagrantly wrong that a man is putting a pill in any type of drink that a woman is taking. Of course, there's memes about it. This nigga was like the Steph Curry with Quaaludes. But do you know what I realized after you started, like after a while, not initially when he got arrested, everybody was solid. They was like, oh my God, Bill was doing what? Then you know what I realized over the time? There's a few people who got a little bit loose, no Diddy. And when they were on certain podcasts or certain platforms, but they were from the era that Bill was really lit and operated in, they admitted, they said, I ain't gonna lie. Back in that era, women loved Quaaludes. Like, it was part of how you had fun. So you weren't drugging them. They kind of knew what it was. And those people, I'm not saying normalizing the situation, but they were just saying it's not what y'all thought. I think that's a lot of what we're going to see with Diddy. Because half of these niggas done been at these parties. Diddy probably done got prostitutes, sex workers, and we're going to talk about sex workers. All type of people to suck their dicks, give them threesomes, orgies, massages, you know what I mean? Give them some wild experiences. And for them, they look at those encounters being on the up and up. So they're going to have a different opinion on what we're now terming as, the feds are looking at Diddy for complete human trafficking. They're not looking at him for some other shit. They're looking at him for human trafficking. You feel what I'm saying? Shit. I remember Ross was even on Somalian or champagne. How did Ross explain that? Anyway, cool. I agree with Boosie. I agree with Uncle Luke. There's a lot of people who indulge in this behavior that are silent. There's a lot of men, and I'm going to be very clear, and we've been hearing the whispers more and more now. We're hearing there's a lot of you male rappers who got flipped by Diddy. You know how, you know who, I'm not going to call him no type of name, but like, you know what conversation I hate to have with on the opposite. I've heard there's a few male rappers that Diddy has flipped. Take it how you want it. There's a few male rappers that came in this industry. They were straight, and they got flipped. Facts. Those people are all quiet. Can't hear a peep from nobody. Very interesting. Again, the silence of people not speaking up is the biggest silence of it all. The silence is not only them not wanting to be associated with Diddy because he's going through a lot. The silence, I am telling you, is because some of these people were complicit. Some of these people were active. Some of these people also facilitated. And some of these people turned a blind eye. Or they normalized it. This quietness, play this. The only people talking about this now are the media people who, this is a big story, so everybody's talking about it. Fuck, we had 40,000 people watching two nights in a row. Come on. It's a big story. Media people like me are going to talk about it. But all them executives that be fucking with him, nobody ain't talking about shit. Nobody want to, all the rappers, nobody want to talk about shit. Anyway, there has been some news that kind of came down. And by the way, I'm telling you, these things, it's going to get so ugly. I can't imagine what a war room with Diddy and his lawyers would even look like. What would that resemble? How could that even make sense? I can't understand. I can't begin to fathom what that would be. If you